everyone, and welcome to the first round of the WCS for BMW Championship here at Donington Park. The first round of the season should have been, honestly, 2 weeks ago, but we had technical problems. But don't worry, we are here now with the BMW Championship. We are starting here at Donington Park, and we got 3 races of 20 minutes each. Slight change to the format from the previous outing that we're supposed to have, but brand new format, same old championship. I'm Josh Anderson. I'm going to be taking the action today in what is ultimately a one-off for me because I'm supposed to be driving. But I've been brought onto the broadcast team for this one. Luckily, a replacement driver for me has been found. So, it's not like I'm not really just completely off and running with the broadcast. I have got Menno Klont alongside me on co-commentary and cameras. Great to have you with me, Menno. And, it's going to be an interesting one, this, isn't it? Because BMW's not really had them at WCS so far. Going to be interesting to see how this goes. We've had qualifying, and Sven de Vries is on pole for that. So he'll be looking for a very good start in this race 1. And race 2 and race 3 both take the reverse grid from the previous race. I'm not entirely sure whether it's a full reverse grid or whether it's only a part reverse grid, but there is some sort of reverse order from race 2 and race 3 taken from the previous race. And of course we have 3 20-minute races, 10-minute pauses between, so this should probably round out at about 9:30, about 1.5 hours of racing we've got today, and set to be an interesting round of the BMW Championship. Going to see how this goes as well, because it is the first round, so it's going to be important, Menno, that drivers get the best start possible in this season.
Yeah, that's very true, of course, and we shall see who will have the best start possible. But yeah, of course, we've got somebody on pole position, and that will have the best start possible, I guess.
Yeah, I do believe, actually, there may be a slight, unless I'm mistaken, I may not actually be Sven de Vries on pole, but I thought he was. But we'll go through the grid. If it's correct at the start of this race in about 30 seconds, and we can get the very first race of the BMW Championship underway here at Donington Park. We're using the... oh, no, apparently not. That is wrong. Yep, it's just been restarted, the warm-up, so apologies for that. We are using to my knowledge, we're using the GP layout of the circuit. Yep, we are using left at the chicane, then back round, and that's how we get to the end. So it's a bit of a longer loop, but nonetheless, we have that version, which may give an extra chance for overtaking to happen. But yeah, what the difference between the GP loop, of course, Menno, is you have the big braking zone at the hairpin, which is a chance for an overtake potentially.
Yeah, that's very true, of course, and we shall see how it will go. Of course, the first laps will be difficult. Everybody will be tends to do well, and we shall see if some corners will make a difference for drivers. I guess it might be.
Yep, it's looking to be a good one, this race. I'm just trying to communicate with all Mr. Admin Sven de Vries, actually, so apologies if I don't sound entirely here, but yeah. But yeah, BMW's first race we've done, and drivers will be switching to the race compound of tyre, fueling the cars up. No mandatory pit stops in either of these 3 races we've got coming up, so going to be interesting to see. It's effectively 3 sprint races in one here, and that means that the drivers who are better suited to sprints will fare better in the races than the other ones that don't. But as far as actual touring cars are concerned, it's pretty much a decent length for a touring car race. You know, they're not supposed to be long. Not the fastest cars in the world, these BMWs. Quite a handful, though, because you don't get automatic clutch operations. You have to operate that yourself. You have to blip on the upshifts, lift on the upshifts rather, and blip on the downshift. So, interesting little cars to drive in that sense, Menno, because they don't have the amenities of modern touring cars.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we shall see. I believe we're close to start now, so we shall see what will happen now.
Yeah, we should be. It should be interesting to see how we go here, and well, 22 seconds until the race, and we are looking to be set to go with the first round of the season finally. Really not much in it in these grid slots, actually, so it's going to be an interesting off the start, because it's not so much of a disadvantage being behind on the other row of the grid now, because they're pretty much level, and there is not much space between these BMWs at the start grid, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go as we get off and away on the formation lap here. So it will be Sven de Vries leading the field away for Wouters Automotive in what is ultimately a Wouters Automotive 1-2. The American on pole position from Bart de Vos' teammate in second place. And then it's Roy Vizile standing in at YTF1 Hinds Motorsport. I said YTF1 because it looks so similar to the YTF1 car behind. But Vizile in third place. Ilja Picalo, who is actually driving for YTF1, in fourth place. And then it's Philip Koenig in P5 in that 39 car there. And then Borna Spoljaric in sixth place. That's a name I've not seen for a while. But Borna in sixth in the other YTF1 car. Simon Watman, seventh for Backmark Legends in P7, so hardly being a backmark as it is, Watman. Then Peter van Rautenberg for VR46 Racing Team in P8. Chris Kinsman, P9 in the CM Tech car there. Mark Wicks in the number 10, sorry, in 10th position there. And Brett Metcalf, 11th for the Brett Metcalf in 11th place. Adam Osguy's teammate directly behind in 12th. In 13th place is Niels Vos, and he'll be looking for a decent start from there. And then it's Nicky Kuipers in 14th for the other CM Tip car. Oh, and it looks like Niels Vos has actually had an excursion on the formation lap, but Kuipers waits up from Jan. Kat Yildiz is 15th place for Thunder Motorsports in the 84. Eric Stanford for Squire Motorsports VRT is in 16th. Paulo Rodriguez in the other VR46 car 17th. And the much more appropriately placed backmark Alexis car of Simon Matthias Watman, in 18th place. So, any standouts for you from this race then, Menno?
Well, not really standouts. I think we've got some well-known sim racing names and some new names I actually, didn't see in sim racing. Nicky Kuipers is pretty new for me, and Ken Gildes. And so it's really interesting. We've got new teams, returning teams. It's all very interesting. We must say we've got a little bit problem with the overlay here on the for the broadcast, but we hope to fix that before race 2. So I'm doing the camera work now, so I will leave the rest over to you. Hope we'll have a great battle for race 1, and we shall see where it will end, Josh.
Very quickly before we start, do you have any picks for the win?
Sven de Vries, of course, because he's from Pole.
Fair enough. I'm going to say, actually, Borna Spoljaric. I wouldn't count Borna's experience out, but we're about to go racing here at Donington Park as the lights start to illuminate. We have 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, just 4 lights, 3 lights even, I don't know. But the BMW Championship is underway here at WCS, and that's a fantastic start from Bart de Vos, who's jumped his teammates into turn 1. We got 5 abreast going into turn 1 here at Donington Park. De Vos gets it off the start, but look at Roy Vizile, who's trying to go around the inside, and it's worked perfectly. Great start from the Hinds Motorsport driver, who assumes the temporary lead in this race as we head down into the first couple of corners. De Vos, though, still challenging. It's Belgium versus the Netherlands here. Very, very intense battle so far, and De Vos forced to yield here. Spoljaric's had a great start to get into 4th, and that has helped his cause. Elio Bacalo as our 5th, Philip Koenig. We got fights up and down the field. Looking down here, Matthias Watman still trundling around in last, but on the back of the car, Stanford's getting 2 places. Good result from the Squire driver there. Metcalf, Oscar, both good starts. But the standout start from so far has to be Roy Vizile, who's to come round into just before the GP loop, and Vizile is making serious pace here. De Vos and De Vries in the 2 Wouters cars. Sven de Vries has dropped 2 positions from pole, so he's got some work to do if he wants to get that back. But Spoljaric and Picalo in the 2 YTF1s having a good run as well. It's going to spin. Kinsman goes there. Kinsman has gone round there, almost tagged Watman, but has managed to stay safe. Rejoins just behind Rodriguez in the VR46 car, and Yildiz will be chasing him now, but Vizile still holding off De Vos as we come round to the end of lap 1. Roy Vizile then the standout performance possibly from this opening up, but what's your thoughts, Menno?
Great first lap for Vizile, and that was a really great start. I was really surprised. It looks very clean for the first lap. Of course, you've got your first lap losers and winners, but it looks very good for now.
I'll tell you this, that is possibly the only time any car with my name on it is ever going to lead a lap. I will say that much, but props to Vizile, he's doing a very good job here. De Vos, though, chasing him down. Bart de Vos is not giving this up, even despite the initial setback of losing his first place at the turn 1. But the Belgian, we know, is a very, very good driver. He's won multiple championships elsewhere. So he is quite talented, Bart, and he knows his way around a touring car very well. In fact, he's going to look down the inside of his out here, but the Dutchman says, no way, you're not getting through. And Sven de Vries still a hard charger on his own teammate here. He's not giving up a chance of a win either. Bracalo has dropped back from Spojarek, who is still on this lead group. But Philip Koenig is now chasing Ilja Bracalo down as well. And, well, I have not seen much of Philip in the touring car, but he seems quite good.
Three. Look at that top three. They're so close.
There is nothing in it between these three. Sven de Vries is trying to go for it. Bart de Vos, though, has the advantageous line. But again, it's Roy Vijal's defensive driving that's helping him out here.
Must say, this is the best that I saw Roy Vizal driving for a long time. He loves those cars, and he's focused like I know he can be, and it's so very good for him. For not only leads this, but he's like a fish in the water.
Here we go. He is. He's really in his moment, in his element here in these touring cars so far. Holds off de Vos again. Sven de Vries will be starting thinking, hold on, what am I doing here? Bart can't get through, and now I'm stuck behind him. And now actually I'll be able to go in a boat. I should be able to go here. And these three are doing it now. Boris Bajarik, who had time for the race win, is right on the back of them all. Boner, of course, is a very experienced driver. I've seen his name pop around for quite a while now, so knows his way around a touring car as well, perhaps even more so than likes of de Vos. And, well, do not count out Bajarik by any means, the Croatian, because could pose a serious threat if he can just get up with that lead group and potentially challenge for the win.
Yeah, true. While we had Ken Gildes and Paulo Rodriguez crash onto the start-finish straight, but I think not much damage, only time loss.
Oh dear, Peter van Woudenberg's had an excursion. He's gone off the track while trying to chase down Adam Oscar. He will now rejoin quite a way down the field, actually. He's going to come back on the track. He's in it. Well, he has become a Van Woudenberg sandwich. Kinsman and Kuipers of the CM Tech team sandwiching him, but Kinsman's going to try and have a go through there. Proved very good in the Formula 3 series at Kinsman, and well, Sven de Vries is actually going for a move on his own teammate here, down into the hairpin at the GP loop. Bart is going to go down the outside, Sven on the inside. Sven gets through. Doesn't look like Bart fought that too much, perhaps because it is his teammate we're talking about. Maybe a switch up in strategy from Bart is here, trying to let Sven have a go at Roy because Bart's not being very successful. Either way, though, Spajarik is right there as well. He has not given up either. Now he's chasing the two out of the car. There he is, right on the tail of them. And in fact, to come round on the lap 4, the top 5 are just within 2 seconds of each other, which isn't bad considering how quick Vizal's been.
Don't count out number 6, Philip Koenig. And another standout guy for me is number 7, Simon Watman. He's doing an awesome job. He's certainly not the fastest sim racer around, but he's somebody who loves to sim race, Simon Watman, and it's great to see he's driving still in P7. And another sim racing enthusiast, I think he's already 55, is Brett Metcalf. Let's go on board with him, and he's 55, so that's very interesting. Age doesn't make any problem, so yeah, he's driving in P8.
A good show for Metcalf indeed, and well, Sven de Vries has closed up on the back of Vizal, so maybe the strategy from Martinez is working. Maybe Sven going ahead has worked, and he didn't get a very good start of the race, but he's made up for that now. He is still trying to chase Roy Vizal, but it all seems to be to no avail because the Flying Dutchman is very much flying. But then again, Sven, who's half Dutch himself, is still chasing him, but obviously races under the American flag, but it got a bit locked up into the hairpin there. He's going to try and go for a run down here, maybe into turn 1, but it all seems to be going not very well for him at the moment because he cannot find a way past Vizal's car. That said, though, he's got the better run out of this turn. He's going to be forced to the outside, though, because Vizal is defending like a man who has to defend his track position, and he is not going to let Sven through here. He's going to have to do a miracle move, and it's not going to occur for the American as he goes through and finds himself not there. So de Vos still chasing de Vries, still chasing Vizal on lap 5 now.
That was really on the edge from Roy Vizal. Maybe Sven will find that a bit too much, but I think it was just about on the edge of defending. But you're racing, you're not cooking potatoes, and that's something you will see here. And it shows that Roy really wants to win it, and he knows that one of his biggest rivals in all his sim racing time, Sven de Vries, is again battling him for that win.
I think I'm going to write that down and stick it on a poster. You're racing, you're not cooking potatoes. I think that pretty much is the best analogy I've ever heard, Menno. And well, Roy Potato's going like a hot Roy Vizal's going like a hot potato at the moment, and he is running away with this in P1 so far. That car is no couch potato, no sliced potato, the BMW. He knows exactly what he's doing in that, and I think enough potato jokes, because otherwise, it's going to get a bit old. But, yeah, De Vries is still chasing down Vizal very hard here. Got a good run out of the corner last time, and he's got a decent run this time, but Vizal's got a better one. I doubt Sven's going to get another run here. And it doesn't look like he's going anywhere quickly unless he dives once into turn 1, which I know he's smart enough to not do, but he's keeping it close on Roy here, so the pressure not off completely.
Yeah, true, and now you see it's the top 3 against the rest. I think the top 3 is a little bit loose, and then you've got Borja, who is more or less is still on it, and then you've got Koenig and Breckelo now. And I believe I see Ilya Breckelo now in 6th and Koenig in 5, so the rest are passed over there.
Yeah, Collins gotten through somewhere along the lines. I didn't see it myself, but Spoliaric is just jumping back in this front field, so maybe Borna out of it unless mistakes occur or incidents occur. But yeah, Koenig has gotten past Piccolo somewhere along the line, starting to make gains. If I can just draw your attention to 9th place, Mark Wicks is defending from Van Boudenberg, who went off before. So it's the BR46, number 46 car versus Wicks in the WCS entry there. And yeah, Mark is having a decent run of this so far in P9. That is not about result. Gets the tail out of it into that corner there. That is maybe going to allow Van Boudenberg a decent run because he will have his speed compromised. But he's not letting it show if that is the case. And he tops 200 kilometers an hour as we come around into the GP hairpin section here. Van Boudenberg not close enough to do anything yet. I think Bartavos has made a mistake somewhere along the line. As he's just dropped a load of time to Spoliaric. Oh yeah, he overshot it and almost hit De Vries, and Spoliaric went through. So Bartavos, while he's overtaken Borna again, gave Spoliaric 3rd for a second there, and there is a bit of a gap between the two battles now for 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, true. Well, we saw 2 overtakes. Mark Wicks and Peter van Woudenberg overtook Brett Metcalf. It's very interesting, even in the lower positions, that they can still battle. So it's very, very close. It's very interesting.
Yeah, there's battles no matter where you look, and this battle for the lead is none other than exceptional. And Bartavos is starting to pull out distance on Spoliaric already. So there is really no reason why Bartavos could not be a potential candidate for this race, waiting for things to go his way. But he's chasing away. Spoliaric really helpless to stop this at the moment. Koenig, though, is chasing down Borna now, so potential fight there. And we've got this lead battle, of course, between De Vries and, well, Vizal. Sven tries to sell Roy a dummy, but he's not having any of it. Does not flinch at all. Keeps going as normal, and Sven is going to have to try and find a different line in there. Though oh, look at this from Roy. He's doing it perfectly, forcing Sven to the outside. And again, short of a miraculous move, this ain't going to work. And Roy holds him. He's putting that BMW in all the right places, Menno.
Yes, and I know he does really know. Roy does know how he does it.
Just squeezes Sven de Vries a bit there, like as I think cars are jumping around for me a bit. So unless I've got connection problems, we might have a bit of server lag to deal with here as well.
I don't have server lag, luckily, so I can say Roy just know what he does, and he knows that he just needs to have the inside at the braking points, and then Sven has no grip to get him around the outside. So that's clever thinking from Vizal.
Yeah, he's been a very defensive driver here. Not too defensive, but he's just given a bit of squeeze to Sven, a bit of a squeeze at parts on this race. And, he's quite new to Raw Factors here, actually, Roy Vizal, but he's been racing for a while.
Oh, well, we have a mistake from Mark Wicks, and Peter van Woudenberg overtakes Mark Wicks from P8. So, yeah, it's Peter van Woudenberg, also quite a experienced sim racer, but new in R Factor 2, and Peter van Woudenberg shows he still has it, even in R Factor 2, so it's quite good for him. So yeah, he overtook our our ace driver, Mark Wick.
Yeah, Wake's a very experienced racer in his own right, and Van Roggenberg making serious strides towards Watman in 7th now. He's making a good recovery of that incident before, and he's managed to get his RBR 46 car back into 8th. So good points all potentially coming up for them here, and he will be very happy there. Meanwhile, look at this, we've got for the lead on. Some recent Vazile. I've gone toe-to-toe there, and Roy is going to have to defend like a madman here because, well, I don't know what happened there. I think Sven just made a resurgence leading into the corner, but it wasn't enough in the race round. He's made a mistake. That is him out. He is, well, out of contention for the win. At least he's gone round in the final corner there. He went for Roy. He overcooked it too much. Throttle back stepped out. Got too much on the grass, and that compromised his exit. Had to reverse as well. And Sven de Vries has dropped to 6th.
Yeah. Then you see somebody like Sven de Vries. It is just a race, but he wants to win. And yeah, this time he took it a bit too far. I think. He ran too wide. He wanted to have that great exit, and he makes the mistake. So this really gives a chance for Roy now to do well.
Yeah, Roy Vajal has got a bit of confidence in his mind now, surely, because he knew Bart couldn't pass him before, and he's probably going to think Bart can't pass him now. He's going to be confident for these last couple of laps as he runs towards potentially the first win of the season. That said, don't count Voss out. He has got some seriously good wins to his name, and do not count him out.
Very interesting. What will Philip Koenig do with Borja?
Yes, Borja's now been promoted into 3rd results list, and Koenig's chasing down. So we can have a German on the podium as of yet, if he can pass Balearic. And well, what a first race for Borja it would be if he can get 3rd.
But it looks like Philip Koenig doesn't have the outright speed, but it looks like he doesn't have the tire how you say it? Yeah, he's got more tire life because he isn't that quick. So it looks like that in the second half of the race he's just maintaining that constant lap time, and he's just gaining on Borna. And yeah, we shall see if he can pass him for P3. That will be a hot battle.
Yeah, Koenig's last about 7 laps have all been within a second of each other, so he's very consistent. Spojarek though, last again about the same. These two in terms of consistency about the same, about a second between the fastest and slowest lap times of the last 7 laps or so. So you know these two could be in a good position for battling. Ilde Bracalo has been of similar consistency bar a couple of laps. So you know very consistent drivers here, and well, Roy Brazil's entire race has been within a second of each other. That's how consistent he is. That's probably why he's leading this race.
Yeah, true. And we're now watching a bit of Chris Kinsman and all the guys we didn't have on the on air earlier. So yeah, Chris Kinsman is driving in P9, a bit of a quiet race, but
oh, here we go, Koenig! Oh, doesn't quite get it in the hairpin there. Chicane there, I thought he was going to get Borna, but he doesn't quite have it ultimately. But he's got a good line if he wants to throw it down the inside, or maybe to turn 1 here at Colin. But he tried to go for Spojarek, didn't quite make it work. And in fact, he's going for it now. Look at this. He's tried to make advantage of the exit, but it's not worked again. And Koenig has got some. He's got to have the confidence now because he knows he can get there. It's about finding the right point. He is going to try and chase down Boris Spojarek down the front straight here as we go on to lap 11. And well, Koenig's time is running out. He wants to get past Borna here. It could full well be that YTF1 get a podium on the debut in the WCS BMW Championship. But then again, it's all these teams' debut in the BMW Championship because this is the first BMW Championship race. That's not going to stop Boris Spojarek, though, and the experience of getting another podium would be one that I'm sure he would like very much. But he's got to hold off Philip Koenig before he does that. Slight off from Koenig's opening. This might be what he needs. This might be the snap, crackle, pop chance that Philip Koenig wants. He's going to look down the outside and the inside. He doesn't quite find it yet.
But you feel he can't pass yet because he needs to have the inside. If you go the outside, there is too much risk. If you go offline,
well, that might have just presented itself. Here goes Koenig now. Oh, slips. Well, Borna slips. Philip Koenig says, thank you very much. Down at that position, slices themselves through like a knife through hot butter, and he goes through into 3rd place. And all of a sudden, it's a YTF1 4-5 instead of a 3-5 because of Borna Spojarek moving down. But Philip Koenig slices his way through the cake. That is the running order. And now, well, it would be a bit much potentially for him to catch up to Bart DeVos. but DeVos are chasing Roy Brazil, who's now stuck in lap traffic.
Yeah, true, but yeah, you can say one thing, top 2 is really gone now, but 3 to 7 is still very close, and I think even do Sven de Vries getting 1 or 2 places, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, de Vries is starting to make a come up the order here in a 6th place from about 8th or so. He's starting to come back up the order, and he's doing a good job of that, but Brazil and DeVos are closer enough thanks to that traffic for Roy to be under threat from Bart. It's a Belgian bit of battling going on here against the Dutch with DeVos giving it all of the beans in the world, but it's not quite enough to get past Roy Brazil, who is not just beans, he's beans on toast in this scenario. In other words, just better. That said, though, he is being threatened by DeVos quite a bit. Bart is not letting go. He's clinging on that rear bumper to the BMW like his life depends on it. And he is not going to give this battle up until the very last lap. I'm going to show you that. But Bart DeVos, well, if he can pull it off, it would have to be a great overtake, because Roy Brazil's defensive driving has been about as good as the defensive Fort Knox this race.
We have Sven de Vries up to 5. Borna has made some mistake.
Yeah, Spinarik is down to 6th now, actually, so maybe a position change going on between Picardo and Spinarik somewhere along there now. Maybe Borna slipped up. But we got, obviously, cars moving out the way to facilitate battles further down the field. But Bart DeVos needs to get a shift on if he wants to get past Roy Brazil now, because he's only going to have 2 or 3 more laps to do it. But he's going to look. Again, he can close in all he wants, but you got to make the overtake, Bart, because it's not going to get you anyway if you don't get P1. He is chasing, I mean, I feel for him because he's chasing him down as hard as he can, and it's getting him nowhere.
Sven de Vries for P4, Sven de Vries for P4.
Yeah, de Vries is chasing down Ricardo for 4th now, and yep, Sven is giving it a go. He is making headway, unlike Bart, who's pretty much running on a treadmill in comparison to de Vries, who's running a London Marathon. He's making progress, whereas Bart is going figuratively nowhere, even though he's moving along at quite a pace. But he is really trying, Bart, but I think we're going to look away from this lead battle for a while until he gets a chance to go for it. But Sven de Vries is through on Spinarik now, chasing down Picardo for P4, though the gap is increasing between the two, and Koenig chasing them down, leading this pack away as well. Further down the order, it's still a bit spread out even there, but Matthias Wottmann still last, having a solid race, if not a quick one. Mind you, Simon Wottmann's having a better run of things. He's in P8 and he's holding it. Eric Stanford's in the pits for whatever reason, and Rodriguez has had an excursion. But yeah, this battle for P4, P3, potentially one to watch as we come into the final closing laps of this race. Yeah, because Sven de Vries is not far from Milton Picardo. This could be P4 on the cards for the American if he can get through.
Oh, and Butterflies is really close again, eh? Oh my god.
Oh, wait, you see, he's so close. He tried to go again. Final chicane. He tried to go for it. It hasn't worked out, but he's got the perfect toe. But all Roy Brazil is doing is going to move over, isn't he? Because he's going to force, well, he's actually going to force Bart. No, he's going to move over again. And, well, into the, what he's done is he's done that defensive driving. Oh, Bart gives a bit of a tap there. And he is not going away very quickly. Right, he's glued to the rear of Brazil on lap 13. I think this is actually the final lap of the race.
Yeah, it is.
Lap 14, the last one. This is Bart's last chance. No wonder he's getting a bit desperate. He's only got one more lap to get past Roy. Doesn't look like it's going to happen unless he throws himself in the right positions here and gets through. But Roy Brazil having a wonderful race so far to get into that P1. He's put his BMW in all the right places, fending off all comers, and he has proven himself to be one of the early favourites for championship contention if he keeps going. I know he is just a reserve driver, or stand-in, but I'm sure some team might be interested in picking him up after this race. Either way, Bart DeVos' last chance, he's going to look down, but he's not going to look down the inside. I'm surprised because he only has one more crack on the lap count to get this through. Roy Brazil just has to hold the inside now, and he surely has this done. Unless Bart can make some sort of miracle move. Yep, Roy goes to the inside. He's going to force Bart to do this on the outside. He's going to have a go as the Belgian. Turns in, almost in on Brazil. But tries maybe to psych him out. I don't know. Bart is getting pretty desperate. And I think anyone would, to be honest. With one lap to go, he's going to try and force him around the outside once more. Hits the brakes. I don't think he's got the line, unfortunately. Well, Roy, though. Oh, contact between the two is not enough, though. And Roy Brazil is going to be the first ever winner of the BMW Championship race here at WCS. He wins it by half a second from Bart DeVos. Philip Connick will get his first podium of the season in third. Sven de Vries recovers in fourth. Great job of him. Bracalo will finish fifth and Spolaric sixth. Solid 5-6 for YTF1. And then good recovery drive from Peter van Woudenberg, who will finish seventh in the running order as well. Simon Watman will probably come home eighth and get a great result for Backmarker Legends. And Chris Kinsman will cover the ninth as P9 as well. Brett Metcalf, Luke Nakoma and Pete Edds will start top 10 from the South African. Mark Wicks will be 11th. Nicky Kuipers has spun, actually, and potentially scum at 11th place. He will now finish there. In fact, he's not moving. This might give Can Yildiz a chance, but there's a battle on for, well, there was a battle on. Voss will probably be 11th and Oscar 12th. Kuipers is out of the grass now, will probably finish 13th from Yildiz. Stanford has actually stopped on track and has not, well, it's finished the race, luckily, and then it's Pablo Rodriguez 6th, Chris Kinsman 17th, and Matthias Wattman rounds out the runners. Luckily, no retirements as well.
Yeah, true.
Everyone made it the end of the race who started it, but it's all Roy Vajal heading into this first race, and, well, if leading a lap in a Joshua Anderson named car was good enough, that is probably the only time a car with my name on is going to win. So, well, congratulations to Roy in the race win. Well done to Hinds Motorsport as well, and great race. Yeah, well, we're trying to fix the problems with the overlay now, and yeah, that should be fixed for race 2, hopefully. But yeah, great racing, wasn't it, Menno?
It was.
Yeah, we've still got 2 more races to come, don't forget, this is only the start. We've still got 2 more 20-minute races to go. As if that wasn't good enough. Well, I'll give it this. This has been a very, very good run of the event so far, and race 2 and 3 looks set to be equally good if that was any sort of preview. Oh, I've just been kicked from the server. Well, that'll probably because there's been a server restart. But yeah, that will be fine, and we'll just get back on the running action as soon as we can. I'll need to get into the server for one. Unless it's just gone down, but I doubt it has. Oh, apparently that hasn't. Maybe it was just me.
Don't you worry. We have a slight break, so
we're gonna break anyway, so that's fine.
So we can just enter the server again, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, so far I've been very impressed by the racing. I mean, there was very close racing and basically no incidents. Yeah, well, yeah, this should be made back on the server now anyway, so, yeah, good to see that we've had some good racing, and, you know, race 2, race 3, I'm expecting it to be equally as good now. How is it from your perspective, Menno? Because it was a good-looking race. Any particular highlights for you?
Well, Roy Vizal winning was really cool. I know that the guy for a long time, and I know he wants to win, and yeah, it's good he won. But yeah, overall it was quite a good race. I think camera-wise we had quite a good race as well. But yeah, I hope to improve in race 2 and race 3, so camera work should be even better.
Yeah, so race 2 and 3 looking to be even better than the first 2, and Roy Vizal's name goes down in history as the very first winner of a WCS BMW race. And yeah, good little drivers are just ripping each other, you know, winding down after the race and enjoying themselves. And I've just checked something Menno Klont has sent me, and I think that is probably the things with the broadcast fixed now. I'm just looking at the photo he's just sent us, and I think if it loads, I can see what's going on here. Yep, that has fixed it. That has fixed it. That looks a lot better. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, so we should have a working overlay now, which is always a good thing. Of course, if you'd like to get involved with WCS, head over to the forums, which are linked in the video description. You can sign up and have a look at what we got, what's going on. And I'm sure that you'll find something that suits you. We only have 2 championships at the moment. There's the Formula Championship and the BMW Championship, but 2 championships seems to be alright. And very popular series. Might be able to get a drive as a one-off for full time. You know, head over to the forums and check it out. I think Menno definitely likes it here, doesn't he?
Yeah, I do, but I'm really a bit ill, so I don't sound very good actually. So, but yeah, I'm still there. So, yeah. Well, I'm just thinking about that race one, and Roy Vizal's defensive driving was absolutely fantastic throughout the entirety. He didn't let that position go at any point whatsoever, and he was absolutely on it 24/7, 144% absolute defensive driving. And well, Roy is he's quick. He's a quick driver. We know he's a quick driver, but he seems to have found something in that BMW race there that just helped him out. He just, you know, he knew. He was comfortable in the car, and he just like, whoop, and that's what helped him win, because he had the confidence. Yeah, it's very interesting to see how everybody will do in race 2, because they now know the car and they know what to expect. They know the starting procedure. They know which refs they need to get in when starting, and yeah, maybe some people now know what they shouldn't do.
Yep, you know, they're starting to learn the limits of the cars now as they've done it in a race scenario. They know what to do for next race, what not to do for next race, and, you know, we'll see potentially even closer racing now. That, you know, they know the limits of the cars, but just a couple of minutes until that starts. We've got a 10-minute break we've got. Top 10 reverse for race 2 and race 3. So, by that logic, I think, if my calculations are correct, that means, who was 10? I've forgotten who was 10th in that last race already. I'm not very good.
I think that might be Mark Wicks, or
might be Mark Wicks
or
Paul.
Brett Metcalf.
I have a sneaking suspicion it is Metcalf or Wicks. You're right. So it'll be one of those two, if I'm right in that sense. But could potentially be one of those. And of course, Philip Connick, having now done that fantastic race, has got to start from 10th.
I think that will make it very interesting.
Yeah.
Dit is de tijd van je kan het. Je bestelling dezelfde dag aan een huis hebben. Je kan het met
Well, I'm certainly. I mean, I'm just looking at this is making me envious that I'm not racing, because I mean, I'm on broadcast duties, but I would have loved to have gotten involved in that at some point, probably on the back mind. But would have been loved to be in that race. I mean, 20-minute races are just round about my thingy anyway. But you never know.
Josh, your time will come, and I'm sure if you you will drive us in WCS in the future, and that will be it will be very fun, and then somebody will commentate on you, and that's Joshua in the Roy Vazel car, and Roy Vazel and Joshua Anderson car, right?
Yeah, we're going full circle. But I mean, with people like Roy Vazel around, they'll be put out of a job.
Well, yeah.
I mean, think if you can have Roy Vazel for 10 races instead of me, I know who I'd have.
Yeah, that might be true, but yeah, everybody has talents, and I think it's great for us to be here and do the commentary, and we make a good everything fun for the rest, and everybody has his job. And this time we're not racing, but next time we might do, Josh. So we will see.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I bet you'd like to be on that field as well, Menno.
If only I had more time to practice.
Yeah. Perhaps so. I mean, maybe one day you'll find it.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe one day I will. Who knows? I think Paulo Rodriguez has just left the race, so we'll have to wait for him to come back before we get on with race 2 proper. But yeah. Well, I'll just see what goes on. To say with this second race as we get ready to go for it. I think there will be just a 10-minute break, and that gives me a lot of time to rest myself before we get going again.
Let's talk about nationalities on the grid, Josh.
Well, we've got nothing better to talk about. Let's do that.
I found it always very interesting. I mean, if you're if somebody from your own country, you will take more an eye for it, and you will say, hey, yeah, that guy is from my country. How does he do? And how many different nationalities do you have on the grid today? I think around 10.
Well, there's quite a few, to be honest. I mean, it's not like we're lacking, is it?
No, we're not lacking.
We're not lacking at all. I mean, I've looked around and seen quite a few. I mean, we've got Belgians, people from England, people from Scotland, people from Croatia. We've got the lot. Obviously, Roy Vazel is, I can't refer to that. You know, he's
yeah.
Dutch. He's won the first race. I don't know whether it's just Dutch sim racers or quick sim racers or what, but
Let's see, we've got Bart de Vos, that's a Belgian. Brett Metcalf is from South Africa. We've got Ken Yildiz is from Turkey. You counting, Josh? Eric Stanford is from Great Britain. At least his flag says. Philip Koenig is from Germany. Matthias Wattman is from Sweden. Simon Wattman is also from Sweden. Niels Vos, who we didn't name in the first race, is from the Netherlands. Adam Osgor is from Turkey. Peter van Woudenberg is from the Netherlands. Chris Kinsman is from England. Nicky Kuipers is from Belgium. Bornas Poljarek is from Croatia. Mark Wicks from England. Breklo from Croatia. I'm just looking at the cars. And we got Roy, of course, he's from the Netherlands. Sven is from USA. And Paulo Rodriguez is from Portugal. So very interesting, George.
yeah, it's not like we're lacking. You know, it's pretty much an international incident going down here in the BMW series.
It's mainly a few Dutchies, at least a few guys from England. We've got, I believe, Kuipers in the first 2 Belgians, and Brekalo and Spoljanac, 2 from Croatia. Did I say Turkey with Yildiz and Osgur? We've got the brothers Wattman, of course, from Sweden, so that's actually very good. And I might forget one nationality. Yes, and that's of course nationality of Brett Metcalf from South Africa.
Yeah, and again, there's no lack, is it? It's like wherever you go, there's always loads of different.
Yeah, true.
Wow. It's like an incident-free international incident. That's exactly what it is. It's clean racing as well as having all different nationalities of people around, and that's always good to see. You know, not just variety, but racing standards as well. Because not really any major incidents to report in that race, which is always a good thing.
While I'm preparing for the second broadcast, second race. Just doing minor
I'm ready for the second race. I want to get over. I want to get it done. Come on, let's go racing. There's still a break to go.
I'm doing some final things.
Yeah,
but we need to wait for we can go. At least I believe the admin will say.
Well, I may actually have to take a quick break at the moment just to go sort something out, but I will be back before the race, so I'll just leave you to chat to people if you want, Menno.
Okay. So you're going away for a bit?
I am, yes, but only 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh yeah, then I deactivate push to talk. So yeah, we're waiting for race 2, and we had a good race 1, we could say, and now we will see what race 2 will bring. And yeah, what I said, I'm doing the final things for broadcast. Yes, everything is working now. Good. I can give you some live images. We now go. The fastest lap in this session is from Bartevos with Brett Metcalf in P2. Let's go on board with Brett Metcalf for a moment. Brett Metcalf is one of the oldest sim racers, but yeah, he loves to sim race, and you can see that he's very enthusiastic about sim racing, and yeah, he's a nice addition to the field, I can say, because yeah, not everybody is lightning quick, but yeah, with Brett Metcalf you've got a guy who is working very hard to be fast, to improve, and that's very good to see. He did improve himself. We see a bit of Can Yildiz. We didn't saw a lot of Can Yildiz in race 1. Maybe we'll see more in race 2. His current testing lap time was not that good, but he's I think improving this lap. Let's go on board with him. Oh, he's going off. Well, we now do to Paulo Rodriguez in the VR46 car. His teammate is Peter van Wattenberg, and yeah, they were not that quick, but they're getting better in race 2, I guess. And I hear Joshua is back. Josh, you're back?
Yeah, that's me. I'm back.
And I can put myself on push to talk again.
Well, if you want.
Well, yeah, I think it's better for me.
Fair enough. Well, I think we're about to get back to another 14 laps of racing here at the WCS BMW Championship. And of course, we have the reverse top 10 from the previous race, so we'll see who gets the bonus for that and who can make advantage of that the best, and we'll see.
We were wrong.
Well, I was wrong on who gets it. We'll come to that in a bit, but yeah, going to be interesting to see who does actually get this ball and get this going and makes the most advantage potentially. So we'll see who are the strong runners out of this starting lot as we lights start to wait as we go onto the formation lap now, and we are off and away on said formation lap. So it's going to be Niels Voss who gets pole position thanks to that reverse grid in P1. Mark X is actually second in P2. Brett Metcalf was third. They must have been 8th and 9th in the race then. Simon Watman will be P4. for backmarker legends. Must feel very, very. Must feel on cloud 9, Simon Wapman, if he's in a team called backmarker legends to be in P4. But either way, very solid driving. We'll see how well he goes. Boris Pajaric P5, Ilja Piccolo P6 or 5-6, but either way, he's spicing for YTF1. Sven de Vries 7th, Philip Connick 8th, Bottomos 9th, and Roy Rizal will start 10th. And of course, from then it is race 1 order. So Peter van Boudenberg, Adam Oscar, Nicky Kuipers, Can Vildes, Eric Stanford, Paulo Rodriguez, Matthias Wattman, and Chris Kinsman in those positions there. So based on what we've seen so far, then, who do you fancy for the race 2 victory, Menno?
Ooh, this is very interesting. That's very difficult. You would say it would be around the winner would come out P5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 or 10. Those are Sprojarek, Brekkelo, De Vries, Koenig, De Vos or Verzijl. But I guess how I saw Sven de Vries pushing at Roy Verzijl, if he doesn't make a mistake, Sven de Vries would easily go to a podium position and might win it.
Yes, Sven de Vries looks strong from 7th, I would admit. But you know what? I had faith in Boris Pajaric before. I'm going to have faith in Borna again. I just think, with then again, while not the quickest, if Borna gets a good start and everyone else behind doesn't, Borna could go for it. Otherwise, I am going to make a second pick here. And that second pick is going to be Philip Koenig. I think with that podium in race 1, Philip has a chance if he can get past Sven and then get past everyone else while holding Sven off.
Yeah, it looked like Koenig didn't have the outright speed to be very fast, but it looked like he was very good on tire wear in race 1, so we shall see what will happen.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Koenig, obviously 8th is a bit of a way to go to first, but
yeah,
you never know. There's no weight ballast or anything like that, so cars all are on the same starting points as Chris Kinsman lines up to what will be last place on the grid. Matthias Wattman 17th. The last couple of cars just lining up as we get ready to go again.
Tension will rise also for Niels Vos on pole position. This is why Niels Vos also trains very hard in the BMW. We shall see how everybody will start.
We will, as Niels Vos gets ready to take the start from pole. 1 set of lights, 2 sets of lights, 3 sets of lights, and we are off and away very quickly here at Donington Park. Niels Vos gets jumped by Mark Wicks against the early one. Simon Wattman's going for the lead into turn 1 as well. Wattman and Wicks going to go for it in turn 1. These two are going to duke it out. Meanwhile, Philip Cunning's had a barnstormer of a start. He's got into fourth. The Mazzara's been involved in a pile-up. There's a crash at turn 1. Boris Pajaric involved. Peter van Boudenberg involved. Yildiz involved. And what's happened there? I'm going to go back and look. What actually happened? Verzijl came over to the side. And, oh, wow. Verzijl actually seemed to lag. Pajaric. Where was Borna? Borna came round and why was I lagged backwards into Boris Pajaric, and Bartavos has gone off as well, but that was unfortunate for him, and Pajaric has gotten involved in that, and as sad as it is, that's the dream start for Philip Koenig, gets competition out of the way.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know what happens in the midfield. I see a lot of strange
Koenig! Koenig's been hit by Wicks! And now this kid tells me on the right there. Sven de Vries as well. What on earth has happened? Sven de Vries is just what is that? Oh wow. What actually? Oh, Wicks. Wicks lagged backwards now. He's gone backwards into the back of Koenig. And now we got more cars off as well. Well, I think this is servo lag because that's twice that's happened.
Is it raining? Maybe because I see cars sliding.
It can't be raining. I don't see any rain, but cars are lagging backwards into each other, and somehow Simon Wattman is going to lead on up in this race.
Yeah, true. Simon Wattman for Niels Vos with Adam Oscar 3, Ilja Brekkelo 4 with Paulo Rodriguez 5, Sven de Vries 6. Oh, we've got a quite coming together with Chris Kinsman and Peter van Woudenberg. What's all happening here? Okay, I think...
Well, yeah, Kinsman, Pajaric, Koenig, Kuipers all chasing down for P7, P8 and behind. We got chases for 14, 15, 16. Cars out of place, left, right and centre. Ilja Piccolo fourth in all this. But Wattman is taking advantage of all the havoc going on around him. Potentially servo lag induced. And he is leading this race from Niels Vos.
I think as a commentator you don't want to curse anybody and you don't want to have a clear favorite for the win. But if Simon Wotman could win this one, I would really take my head off for him. Of course, he needs to go a long way, but he stayed out of trouble, and it can be very interesting what will happen, because I think Ilya Brekalo, who's now in P3, let's go on board with him, he can possibly catch the front two, because I think he's got more pace.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? I don't mean this in any bad way, but if Simon Walker can win this race, I'm packing my bags and going home, because Matt Walker Legends car winning would be the ultimate spot of irony. That said, Niels Voss is giving chase here for this lead.
P5 onwards, we've got Peter van Woudenberg.
What are we doing? Look at that lead, but it's a 10 wide battle for P5. We've got De Vries charging through. Maybe he's going to be one to spoil the Wotman party, but we've got Van Woudenberg 6th, Bajorek 7th, Kornegate, Kuiper's 9th, battles up and down. Roy Versailles making the charge for it. Hey, contact with Rodrigo. Well, oh dearie me, that's not the best of moves. Roy Versailles, oh wow, okay, now he's coming in contact with Rodriguez as well. I think Roy just needs to calm down a little bit here. He's in contact with Rodriguez, which forces Rodriguez into the Ross, now contact with Rodriguez as well. I think Roy just needs to calm it down a little bit, but yeah, Matthias Wotman still running on in last, but Simon Wotman leading this race. We got battles for Fitz, Van der Vries, Peter van Woudenberg, Bonus Bajorek. If these continue to battle and slow each other down, it'll be Wotman's dream come true. Absolutely great stuff. I mean, he's just held his position. Niels Voss is offered a challenge. Ricardo there. De Vries has still got loads to go to the likes of Oscar as well. So, do not count a potential shock off the cards, but Sven is gaining quite quickly. He's trying to gain quite quickly. That's what he'll want to do, and just get into the lead and get past Wotman. But he must be on cloud 9, living the dream at the moment.
Yeah, it's still far. It's still very far for Sven de Vries. He's in P5, of course.
But it is 14.2 seconds at the last split, and I assume as we come through into the hairpin, we'll get another update on where Sven is. If that gap's going down quick enough, we'll probably...
we've got...
Koenig off. Koenig has gone off. Sven de Vries into the hairpin. We haven't had an update on sector times yet, but I'm sure we'll get one over the line in that case. Niels Voss, though, has closed in on Wotman again as these two cross the start finish line. And the likes of Oscar, Sven de Vries will be the real key marker, though, as up there contender. Where is Sven going to be? 14.2 at the last split. And he's just taken pretty much 1.4 seconds out of Wotman.
Yeah, true, but they need to drive very smart. If Niels Voss is fast, of course he should overtake him, but Niels Voss shouldn't take unnecessary loads of risks to pass Niels.
We're going to battle up for 6. Bajorek and Van Woudenberg both going after it, and Van Woudenberg versus Bajorek is the battle potentially closest at the moment. But we have got Kuipers and Versailles as well. This one's higher up, and Peter could be on for P6 from Boyer, but Boyer's experience is probably going to come into play here. Going to be in P6, a solid position, going to try and get further up the field. Sven de Vries is taking chunk out of time of Wotman here. I think the gap is 12.5 seconds now. Maybe only taking a bit. Oscar off as well. This is going to help de Vries' cause massively. Just plows through. And,
we are on board with Roy Versailles, who is going to pass Kuipers, I think. He's going to try.
He's going to give it a look into this hairpin, but he's not close enough. This time he knows to back out and not really go for it. But Ilja Bracalo, of all people, look at Bracalo, who's now called up to Voss, who's chasing Wotman. This could be Wotman's dream over before Sven de Vries gets there, and Ilja Bracalo could get a win.
Yeah, true. But what I said, the top 3 should be very, very smart driving. They might can hold off Sven de Vries for that win. If they are going to fight each other like 3 madmans, it will only benefit Sven de Vries. So, guys, if you don't want to have Sven getting a podium or winning this race, you just need to play it very smart and need to think about overtaking, of course, when you can, but not crash each other.
Well, there's 10 laps to go in this race and 11 laps to Sven de Vries, so I think Simon Wotman's going to have to pick his pace up if he wants to win this race, but I think given he's led so many laps, he'll probably be starting to get into that groove of the car now. He'll know how this works.
Mistake from Niels Voss.
Here comes Bracalo on the inside of Voss here, not DeVos, but just regular Voss. And, well, Ilja's going to try and force this around the outside. Experience versus possibly less experience. I don't know how long Niels has been racing, but Ilja, though, not able to make it work, surprisingly.
Yeah, because Niels had the inside there, and that makes it very logical that if Niels just breaks, normally Ilja can't do it. Ooh, interesting. But where is Sven? Sven is still a big way behind. Of course, he's gaining massively, but it will take him at least a few laps before he's close enough.
I think the fact Bricalo was there probably helps, but it's not going to happen that much.
We've got Adam and Borna Sporjaric. Adam, oh, Borna has a very good exit, Oh, we're on board with Peter van Woudenberg. We can see the battle ahead, and yeah, Borna overtook Adam. Yes.
And Borna uses all of the track available to him and gets through there. P5 for Sporjaric. But here comes Van Woudenberg and does get back on it. This is not over yet for Peter Van Woudenberg, chasing down the inside here, and it is not quite happening for him. But he will chase Oscar along. He had Sven de Vries taking chunks of time. Ross has been demoted to third by Bricalo, who now chases Watman, and it's YTF1 versus Backmark elections for the race lead.
Peter van Woudenberg overtook Adam Osgur around the outside. Yes.
Yeah, but look at Bricalo, who's got the draft on Watman now. This is for the lead of the race. And I'll tell you what, if Bricalo can make time up in these next couple of corners, this is where the YTF1 driver will come into his own. Oh, well, brakes very late there.
Yeah.
Gives a bit of a wiggle on. Thought he was going to maybe go into the back of Watman, but doesn't. That won't help affairs, though. Niels Voss is still got a decent run, let's not forget.
Yeah, Elias should take not a lot, take his time, but not too much time, of course, because I already saw Sven de
Well, he's
Vries
going for it now. Here comes Bricalo down the inside. Watman needs a bit of space there. Bricalo versus Watman, although Simon has the inside. So if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong here. And no, it's not worked out for Bricalo, but he's going to have a run on the front straight, remember. Watman had to go quite defensive there. And look at the tour Bricalo has. Is there even going to be time for Watman to defend his line? I don't think there is. Bricalo has got the inside. It's going to be a chance, but he's not gone for it.
I noticed something. Did you notice the name of Watman on his car?
Well, yes, there's a T missing, but that's not impeding him. I think this made his car lighter or anything. But Bricalo, nonetheless, giving serious chase to the Swede here, and he is hustling the Swede through Donington Park like only Bricalo. Well, I say only Bricalo can, but Bricalo is, well, maybe one of a kind, but lots of hustly drivers in the world of touring car racing, but Simon Watman is not really letting it phase him. He's just running his own race here in P1.
Yeah, true. And the T that is missing, that's something...
well, he got a bad exit there. Here comes Bricalo, but he's going to be forced on the outside. But the speed differential might just be enough for the Croatian. It's going to be touch and go into this hairpin.
Not happening, unless Watman...
Oh, is it? Because here comes Ilja! And Simon broke late, I think, to try and get advantage of a worse exit from Bricalo, but it's backfired, and Bricalo leads this race now. And while Sven de Vries might have to settle for being second to Bricalo, but he might be wanting to still catch Watman.
Yeah, true.
Well,
but about the tea missing from Watman, that tea is something he will drink after those 3 races. A good tea, I think.
Perhaps so, but
we shall see. Let's see on the lower field runners. We've got Matthias Mattman in.
There is a decent battle group.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Menno. There is a decent battle group for 5th place between Sporjaric and Van Woudenberg, because that is not far away from being a manoeuvre if Sporjaric trips up. Although with Borna's experience, I don't think he will.
Yeah, true.
Van Woudenberg, a very hard charger we've seen this race. He's not giving up that easily. He's staying on the back of Sporjaric here, and is not going to let this 5th place go without a decent fight for it as we're halfway through the race.
Yeah. Oh?
Not much happening around the back of the field, unfortunately, so this is probably where we're going to be looking for now, P5.
Yeah.
And it's been a good race from Boya. Let's not forget, P5 is a very respectable position, especially in the field with the likes of Bricalo, with the likes of De Vries, with the likes of De Vos, and the likes of other drivers like Vazail as well. Vazail is up to 9th, speaking of him, but he's not really in a position to battle anyone at the moment, although Peter Van Woudenberg's in a serious battle with their boy Sporjaric, who goes right, who goes left, and then finds the outside of the track. He's left the door wide open for Van Woudenberg if he wants it. Tries to brake late enough, but it doesn't quite work out, and he's forced to yield. Meanwhile, Sven de Vries has caught right up to Niels Voss. He's chasing the podium position down. And you can tell Sven wants this because he just made a mistake on the previous race. Dropped down to 6th. He wants this P3 as much as he wants a cup of tea after the race, potentially. Down the inside, game center map to the American. No problems whatsoever. There goes De Vries into the 3rd. And now to chase down Simon Watman. That said, though, Niels Voss has the draft. And if he can brake later, if he could force something down the inside to Sven. But he's not going to try that.
Yeah, true.
So now it's going to be chasing down Simon Watman and into Bricalo for a race, waiting for Sven de Vries, and he's in a good position to do so, but Bricalo in a very, very strong position in that race lead, and quite still 5 seconds ahead of de Vries.
Yeah, very true.
Let's not forget that, you know, he has to catch and pass Bricalo, and he's not that. I think Bricalo's quicker than Watman, so as long as he's taking chunk out of Watman, that's fine for second, but to get first, he's got to take time out of Bricalo.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a battle for P15.
Well, yeah, well, we've got a battle for P5 as well. Van Boudenberg is still being chased by Spajaric, so as much as we've got 15th on, we got 5th on as well. De Vries has split. De Vries has made a mistake again. What's happening is he's just gone round and hit the grass and then gone round and Voss has gone through. Now he's got to do the hard work all over again, but Van Boudenberg and Spajaric chasing themselves down as well. Borner is there, Peter is there, this is not going on, and Koenig wants to get involved now as well.
Interesting. I was about to make a comment that you sometimes hope that a podium can exist of about 4 people, because I would really like Niels Voss and Simon Watman to get a podium when Sven got Niels Voss. But yeah, now Niels Voss and Simon Watman are still on the podium. It would be very interesting to see the final order after 14 laps, and it looks like Ilya will win it, but who will be second, who will be third, and did Sven destroy the tires? That's very interesting, of course. And let's see, we've got close battles. So we have in P18 Matthias Wattmann, with Paulo Rodriguez in P17, with Can Yildiz from Turkey in the Thunder Motorsports car in P16, Nicky Kuipers in the CM Tech in P15, he's doing pretty well. Eric Stanford in the Square Motorsports P14, with Brett Metcalf in P13 for which team?
Oh, well, this battle, sorry Menno, this battle for P6 is looking spicy now. Koenig's calling it to Spajaric, and he's really giving chase here now. Philip Koenig, he's got a lot closer in those last couple of corners. Spajaric, he's got a bit of a shimmy on. Not quite as much traction on the edge of that corner. He gets a bit of a slip on. Koenig's is he going to look down the inside? He's going to hold position. He's going to look down the inside. He dares to dream. Just Philip Koenig, and he tries to go for it. Spajaric gets it all sorts of wrong contact between the two, and that may have helped Koenig a little bit, but he's up in the 6th.
Yeah, was that really the mistake of Koenig? I think he gave him a nudge, but I think the entry of Borna was already not ideal.
Yeah, so Borna was already sliding anyway. He tried to recover it, and maybe he was the one who turned it to Koenig, but either way, not a major incident at least. And Spajaric is down to 7th, Koenig up to 6th. De Vries starting to close in on Voss again after making a mistake before.
And now we are having Roy Vazel against Adam Osgood. Of course.
This is a decent looking battle for P8 as well. Vazel trying to make ground up after being lagging into Spajaric before, and well, that couldn't be helped obviously, but it seemed like we had a couple of server lag related incidents at the start of this race. But Oscar versus Vazel, I think Roy has calmed down now after the initial start problems. He's managed to get back into the groove. He's, in a lot better mindset. He's just able to take advantage of people's mistakes, and he should be okay now. Yeah,
that's very true. And of course, Roy can be very good. If he finishes around this position, he will look good for race 3, I guess.
The thing about Roy is he's just got to keep calm, because this is all the style of the race. He can get a bit erratic when he gets under pressure and under serious stress from problems like that. But he's a very, very talented driver, very calm driver. Definitely knows how to handle himself when when he's in a position where he's just in a calm, straight fight. Roy Vazel definitely knows how to handle himself in such a situation. Nicky Kuipers has left the race. I think he's just disconnected from the server. He will be able to rejoin if he can get back in time. But Vazel is possibly going to try to take advantage of Oscar's bad exit here as he goes down the outside. He'll be brave of him. He's got no track space, but he's going to try and make a move anyway. But look at Oscar got the preferential line. Maybe Brazil can make a work on the cutback, and he's going to try to.
But
It's not
Oscar
quite
has
going to
the
work, and around
inside.
this corner, he's not going to have much chance on the outside.
Oscar has the inside. If you got the inside, you are much stronger, unless you're really doing something. And what's happening in front of that is that Borna makes a mistake. So Roy can go to 7 in a few laps maybe. But what's happening with that car of Borna? Joshua, I think the car has a problem.
I'm not going to spoil Eric's car. There doesn't appear to be any damage to it. Maybe he's just dropped off the pace slightly, I don't know, or had a bit of an incident. But either way, he's still holding position ahead of the likes of Bazard and Oscar, who are behind. But
oh, mistake from Adam Oscar.
yeah, Oscar off. Oscar's gone off there. That has let Bazard through into it, and potentially compromised his run on Bazard, potentially in further, because he's going to try and catch up now. Mind you,
Yeah.
he's having a good run of things here, and he's doing a pretty good job still, Oscar. Let's not forget, 9th is not bad. Bazile, though, Spalaric, all chasing each other. Van Rautenberg having a good run as well. De Vries starting to catch Voss again. But we're on lap 12 of 14. Sven has got to get 10 seconds to lead. It's looking unlikely now.
Yeah, true, but it looks even unlikely, I think, for him to get on the podium. But we shall see. Of course, he can gain a lot in one lap, but he needs to pass. There's 2 laps to go. Very interesting. Let's go on board with De Vries for a bit.
Yeah, the gap between Watman and De Vries, which is the important one, has only come down by about 0.3 this lap, actually. It was 4, and now it's still 4. He's got 2 laps to gain 4 seconds on Watman and overtake if he wants to get into the top 3, assuming Voss does as well and he gets past Voss. And top 2, potentially, for De Vries if he does. But he's going to try and chase Niels, but if he gets held in behind Niels, it's going to help Watman's case. So Sven is going to make this as quick as he can, but Niels Ross in a podium position is not going to be wanting to let it go easily, I don't think. And remember, Sven is not immune to mistakes. He's made 1 in race 1, 1 in race 2, and they've cost him a crucial time. Simon Watman just running his own race in second. But Sven De Vries, well, I think Niels Ross should go to the inside here, and he does. He tries to sell a bit of a dummy to De Vries. Stops him from making an overtake for now. And, well, Niels goes to the inside again. He's doing perfect defensive driving here. He's holding up De Vries enough for Watman to probably hold second in this circumstance. And while he's doing a very good drive here, if Niels Voss can get there, it would be a very well earned one. Because it's very difficult to take advantage of situations that arise sometimes. And at least for now, Sven will be getting a little frustrated. He can't pass Niels. Although Ricardo's coming around to start the final lap very soon. Sven De Vries is look at this brilliant driving by Voss. He's just holding De Vries up perfect. He's putting his car in all the right places. He's not making it easy for De Vries at all. Ricardo, though, starting the final lap of the race. Watman is going to be about 8 seconds behind, and Sven De Vries is still going to get 4 seconds on Watman, but now only 1 lap.
Yeah, it looks very good for Watman to get that P2, of course. It looks good for Ilya to get that P1, but who will get that final podium position?
Yeah, that's where we're looking right now with De Vries. Voss is the battle we're all looking at. There's a battle on for 7th. Spalaric versus Bazile as well. Roy's going down into turn 1. He's looking to get through, get himself into the top 7 after his race win. And he's well held with Bazile. No contact. Borna just made a bit of a swish out there. Didn't work out.
Next to each other, Sven De Vries and Niels Voss.
Sven De Vries around the outside of Niels Voss, but is it too little too late? Because he's going to get 3rd likely, but there's no way he can catch 4 seconds on Watman in 1 lap now, or half a lap even.
Oh, what's Peter van Woudenberg planning? What's Peter van Woudenberg planning? Well,
he's trying to go through. I don't think there's the gap now, but Sven De Vries has got the impossible task ahead of him to try and get P2 if he can. But Niels Voss is not done yet. Is he going to try into the hairpin? I would not put it past him. Tries maybe, but no. Sven De Vries is still going, and he's just got to get as much as he can now. But just coming around the final couple of complexes of corners. In fact, around the final corner now, taking advantage of all the opportunities presented to him. It's been a very, very good drive from Ilja Picalo, who's going to come round and win race 2 here in the WCS BMW Championship. But I have to say, driver of the race for me, hats off to him. Comes around the final corner. Simon Watman is going to get 2nd for Backmarker Legends. What a drive from the Swede.
Well done.
Took advantage of everything presented to him. Did the best drive he could. Sven De Vries is going to get a very respectable 3rd as well. From Frost, Van Woudenberg, Koenig 6th, Bazile will recover to 7th, after an incident-affected race. Bonus by Yorick looking to finish 8th. Bart DeVos will finish 9th. Adam Oscar will round out the top 10. He will get himself as well pole position for the 3rd and final race of the evening. Mark Wicks just misses out at P11. Then it'll be Kinsman, Metcalf, Stanford, Yildiz, Watman, that is Matthias Watman, and Nicky Kuiper as the sole non-finisher. Well, what a race that was, if the first was anything to go by.
There was an accident at the start, and that brought the whole race into a different race than the first one. And it has its charm because Watman and the Voss, Voss, of course, who didn't have the outright one-lap pace, but they were ahead, so they could play with the advantage they had on the others. And for Watman to get P2, I think that's really great for him.
He'll be ecstatic with that. I mean, ultimately, only 10 seconds off Ricardo as well. What he did was he had a solid race where he didn't really worry about things, and he just went straight for it. Did brilliant.
Yeah.
Had a fantastic race and a very, very good one. What he did was he took advantage of the problems and he just went straight for it and got the second. That's what you do. That's all you have to do. Just sometimes take advantage of opportunities that present themselves and you will get good results. So it'll be Oscar de Vos, Bajoric, Rizal, Koenig, Van Rautenberg, Vos, De Vries, Watman, Bracalo makes up your grid for race 2 then. And, well, Roy Mazzile from 4th could be a very tasty prospect for a double. Yeah. Ilse Bracalo saying he had huge lag in lap 1. That might be why he went into Roy.
Yeah, that could be.
I thought there was servo lag, and it looks like that was the case. But, Bart de Vos from 2nd, serious threat to Oscar as well. Let's not forget. This could be very interesting.
It could be. I think it will be very interesting. But yeah, this second race was already massively different than the first race, and both races had its charm. So very good.
Yep, and I've just been popped out of the server again, so I'll have to rejoin it. But yeah, good race. Definitely race 2. Unpredictable, but good. Which means race 3 is going to be interesting. And of course, that means race 3. You know what? If race 1 was like that and race 2 was like that, I reckon we'll see a nuclear explosion in race 3. Because we're going to go.
Yeah, that could be.
In a good way, though. In a good way.
A good nuclear explosion of talent and awesomeness, and yeah, that could be.
Perhaps so. But hopefully it'll be good. Well, I have to say, I'm really looking forward to this third race because, it's going to be great. It's going to be one of the races, I think, to define just how good touring cars are here at WCS. But, let's not forget, we have the Formula 3 Championship as well on alternate Wednesdays. And, yeah, I think Formula 3, I commented on the last round of that. That's just as good a championship, but we've seen some fantastic racing, and this is something that you just can't get in the Formula, because absolutely bumper to bumper racing. But yeah, I'm not going to differentiate between the series. They're both good. Watch them because they're good, but we got one more race in the fight with the BMWs to come here tonight, and then, as the saying goes, on to the next circuit in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, it's very true, and hopefully we will have an even better commentary team and, of course, broadcast, because this was, pretty late we got this all together, and we're trying to do the best today, and actually it's going pretty well for us, I would say. Josh, what do you think?
Oh, it's going alright.
It's going alright, yeah. True, very true.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have Sam Jones back from Singapore and Ben Mills back on cameras. But yeah, good thing to see. Good racing, and yeah, a couple of bits of server lab going on. But you know, very interesting racing nonetheless. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this pans out. Adam Osgood on pole as well, so I can see how he deals with it. And, well, even the guys further back in the reverse grid order could make advantage, as we've seen if there's problems at the start. But, you know, I don't think I can call that now after that race. I don't think I can possibly predict who's going to win race 3. I mean, 2 times I predicted Spagari, 2 times I've been wrong, but that time at least got the team right. Surely it's a good omen I'll get the driver right too.
Let's see, how long do we have for the next... Oh, we have...
Yeah, we've got about 7 minutes before the next race. We should be again be about 20 minutes. So yeah, will be interesting to see how that goes. In fact, I think I am going to go get some food, so I'll be about a couple of minutes again. If that's okay?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go. Watch if somebody is testing now. Yeah, I believe nobody is currently on the track, unfortunately, so we couldn't show anything. Let's talk about the current teams who are on the grid. So we've of course got we've got Square Motorsports today with the car of with the driver Eric Stanford. So the yeah, wait. So yeah, we've got Eric Stanford is driving for Squire Motorsport, with Philip Koenig is driving for performance racing, with Matthias and Simon Wortmann driving for Backmarker Legends, with Niels Vos driving for Bernhaas Racing. His teammate unfortunately couldn't make it. His teammate was Vincent Dijk. He couldn't make it. And then we've got Adam Osgood and Brett Metcalf both driving for Deltec, with Peter van Waltenberg and who was the other one? That was yet another one. Paulo Rodriguez is driving for VR46. We've got Sven de Vries and Bart de Vos, of course, driving for Wouters Automotive. Then we've got no, and I got a little bit of a problem with seeing all those cars. Expand. Yeah, we've got Roy Verzijl driving for Hints Motorsport, of course. And did I forget anybody? I forgot, of course, Chris Kinsman and Nicky Kuipers driving for CMTech, and of course Borna Spogarik and Ilya Brakilo for YouTube F1. So that's our grid, and I forgot Ken Gildas for Thunder Motorsport. So yeah, it's a little bit new for me. So yeah. So yeah, some people are asking me some things during the broadcast. That's all possible. But yeah, we're trying to put on some nice footage from the track. So I will put it on live. So this is the track with all the people. Hey, second to last corner. Look, all those people are looking so very happy to see 17 awesome BMWs. I'll be very happy as well. Those track pictures, you see those marshals are very happy to collect any sorts of damage out of nice BMWs. We've got a crane. So those looks are very, very good. Got some sponsoring. We've got a helicopter. Even the helicopter looks like it's like branded like a Hints Motorsport helicopter. But for the rest it looks pretty decent. So I'm taking you around. Hey, the helicopter. Hello. Oh, it's actually 2 helicopters, so we're quite popular. So let's look. We even have a waving thing there. You. Can you see him, guys? He's over there. We're now under the part of the bridge. So we're taking a further look. Coming closer. And closer every time, and yeah.
Hey, wake up.
And I believe Josh is back.
After about 3 attempts to contact me, yes, I am back.
I knew you
I
were
was
back.
I was hearing your comment about the person waving.
Yeah, look, we have a strange air thing that is waving the whole time.
Oh, is it like the crazy banana man from Tuxton?
Yes, it says seats and accessoires, racewear, sunglasses, car care. So yeah, it's like our happy waving airy thingy. Like it's like yeah, a living thing that's like waving.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited! All those BMWs! Ah! Yeah, and then it goes wrong the first turn, and yeah, and then it says
But
goes.
it's a unique way of advertising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Oh, and I hear cars. Well, wow.
Well, I think I've got a bit of a treat for this race, not just in the lasagna I've got with us right
Oh,
now,
lasagna.
but yeah, no,
Mhm.
I'm going Italian today, but yeah, not just that, but the fact that I've got another race of brilliant racing to call. Oh dear, another race of fantastic racing I'm going to get to call tonight. One more, race 3, and then we have ourselves a nice little evening of racing completed.
Yeah.
We'll have ourselves a race, won't we?
Yeah, I'm wondering if this third race will be more of the same than race 1, or will more look at race 2. Very interesting. We've got what we will have.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes ultimately, but yeah, all down to this final race for a couple of drivers, and let's just see how they go.
Yeah, true. We are about to start, and we've got Mr. Adam Osgore on pole position.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm just trying to fix a problem I was having with my headphones, rather, but I think we are about to go racing soon. And
it's
yeah,
true.
we're back to warm up for some reason.
I believe we lost out for at least one driver because we are now with 16. I know Nicky Kuipers is not coming back. He's got I believe a issue with something, so he's not returning for race 3. But another one disconnected. Let's see who that will be. I will look for you. That should be. Yeah, I think it's back. Okay, and we can race now for yeah, the third and final race.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going back to race, and this time we are really going to the race, and
Really going to the race.
we're really racing here at WCS, and we'll see how this race goes then, with our pole setters and all that ready to go. And looks to be a good race 3 then, Menno.
Yeah, true. Let's see what will happen. I would say Bartavos or Borna or Roy for the win.
Fair enough. I'll come to my race predictions once I've done the entire grid, as is my custom. But we are about to get underway here for the final race of the race series season first round, and it is Adam Oscar who's gone into P1 pole position, then Bartavos second, Borna Spajoric third. Then it will be Roy Rizal in P4, Philip Connick 5th, Peter van Boudenberg 6th, Niels Ross 7th, Sven de Vries 8th, Simon Watman 9th, Ilse Pagolo 10th, then it's Mark Waits, Chris Kinsman, Brett Metcalf, Eric Stanford, Cantor, Vildes, Paulo Rodriguez and Matthias Watman round out the field.
Yeah.
Now, you've just said who you think of the race win, didn't you?
Yeah, I named 3 people. My head would say Bartavos, but don't count out Roy Versal. But yeah, he needs to change from defending to attacking now in race 3, so it will be interesting what will happen. And of course, how will our second race winner do in race 3?
And that's always a question you got to ask. And Simon Watman down at 9th might be able to take a couple of positions if he's lucky. Although I think he'll be expecting to be fair, probably in that midfield, to be honest. Race win? I agree, the smart money is on DeVos. I just have a funny feeling that Roy Rizal is going to make it a double.
Yeah, that's what I have as well. But we shall see. Yeah, and we will see. I hope it will be not as intense as race 2 starts. So I hope there will not be any lag. But yeah, for the rest it looks pretty good, and I wonder.
Yeah, so yeah, Adam Oscar then. You're going to round out, take pole position. But yeah, my personal picks are obviously Rizal for the win, but keep an eye on DeVos. If he gets a good enough start and hold Roy off, it could be a win for the Belgian as well. Connick van Boudenberg, both potential threats. Simon Watman if all havoc breaks loose again. But you never know with this reason. Anything can happen.
We shall see who has a good start.
Very well, cars just lining up on the grid now then. So, any final advice for the drivers, Menno?
Survive turn 1 and lap 1. Because you can lose in the beginning of the championship. You cannot win a championship in the beginning of the championship.
Yeah, race is not won on that one, so taking it easy perhaps. Well, we'll see for sure as the lights begin to illuminate once more here at Donington Park. And they will do. Soon enough, yet we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have the race going green now. And look at the start from DeVos. He's done brilliantly there to get up the start. And Oscar getting left for dead by the top 2. He is not on a good start by any means. The organization. Sven de Vries looking for it now. And Connick and Brazil, all the cars going to turn 1. And oh dear, it's a bit of a car problem at the back there. I think Yildiz has had a bit of a do, but nonetheless, he's got a decent start. Matthias Watman then is running at the back of the field, and Bartavos, Boris Perard are going
crash! Adam Oscar, I think!
Yep, Oscar and De Vries have had an incident. Oh, just now he missed by Matthias Watman as well. I have no idea what happened there, but I'm going to go check.
I think Adam came on the crash. He came to the
oh,
wheel.
yeah. Yeah, Oscar went round. Nothing could be done by either party there. Oscar spun, De Vries a passenger. I don't really think any avoiding that was ever going to happen.
Because it was looking at a very, very better start than race 2. So I was quite proud that, of course, one makes a mistake and, yeah, one got collected. And it's against Sven de Vries. So Sven de Vries doesn't have the night he was hoping for. So, yeah.
Well, Koenig and Vazal battling out for P3 as well. Look at these two going at it. Vazal's got the inside too. Is this going to be the thing he needs? He's got the inside covered. Got it still got it covered. Got the outside. And there goes Vazal into third. Van Brandenburg wants P5 as well. He wants to try and get out of P5 rather.
No.
And is it going to work? Is it going to work? Maybe it's not. But Van Roy forces it. Forces the issue. Contact between Koenig and Vandenberg. Vandenberg goes round and it's happened immediately on turn one.
What happened
Couple
there?
of problems there. Peter and Vandenberg perhaps should have been a bit more patient.
Yeah, but what happened
Look at
there?
this 3 wide for P4 on the front straight as well. We got Bricala, we got Wicks and Watman all jigging it out for this position here.
What happened there? Because I saw Sam Watman hitting on Vandenberg, but I don't know how that happened. But yeah.
Wicks and Watman jigging it out for 6. Mark Wicks looking to get it from the inside, belongs to Watman, who gleans it back from the English, well, the Cornish Englishman. I don't know what you want to call him anymore. But Mark Wicks there, Niels Voss there. It's all tightly packed at basics in this brilliant battle at the moment. Although Boris Bayori jumping up from back to us for the lead now. Boy Bazar's gone up to third in all this, and it's been the curse and the bad luck for Sir He's had at least one incident in one race.
Yeah, true. But then he already has his incident this race, so yeah.
Maybe he's just getting out of the way now.
So this is strange. When the Vries had pole position, right?
Oh, hang on a minute. Bazar in the second. Bayori's made a mistake. Roy Bazar in the second, and as I predicted, he's going to have a crack at the win.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, crack of the win. He needs to get part. But yeah, Sven de Vries got pole position earlier, and now it looks like he will not win any of the races tonight. So it's very interesting.
It is a shame that Sven won't win any of the races tonight for sure, but Simon Watman doing a good job of turning 6 from Wicks, from Voss, from Broughtonberg, Kinsman, and Yildiz is behind, and it's been a bit of a train going on at the moment. Bayari being caught by Koenig, Bracalo catching the 2 of them. Watman still leading this train for 6th away, but it is Bart de Vos leading affairs as we start at 3.
And Chris Kinsman can follow good in P10 with Ken Yildiz already in P11. Oh, very nice. Sven de Vries already P12 with Bert Melkop 13 and Adewald could P14. And Eric Stanford in P15. Woo!
Well, you got a woo for that, Eric.
Yeah.
Well, tell you who else gets a woo! Simon Watman gets one for being still 6th. He's had a good start. He's got 3 places. 2 places even.
Oh,
Or maybe even 3.
I think it's still very close between Mark Wicks and Watman. So
I think he's definitely found his calling in these BMWs, hasn't he, Watman? He's almost had a race win. He's going to get a good position out of this race too.
Yeah, I think Simon Watman is a little bit driving freed because he got something more than he had expected. He didn't expect, I think, a podium.
I said Brazil had to catch De Vos. He's doing just that. The gap has come down to 1.8 seconds, and Roy can sense a double win here at Donington Park. Yeah. That is a bonus by Yorick and the friend of Koenig and Nilja Bacala don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, true, but like we saw in race 1, where Bart couldn't pass Roy, I think it might be the same way. So yeah, getting there is one thing, but overtaking is another thing. But of course, we shall see how this will turn out.
We will, yeah. And Roy gets the gap. Let's start finish. There's no change, surprisingly. I don't know whether they've just maintained the exact same gap, but not really much change in the gap from between Brazil and De Vos this lap, so still about 1.8 seconds in it, but there is plenty of time for Roy to get that down. With 2 race wins, he would become the early leader of the championship as well, which would be a great thing. Brazil, speak of him, makes the first slip up of the weekend for him. He hasn't flinched, and now he does. Down to 5th, Simon Watman is probably even going to have a crack at him, but Brazil's going to get to the corner before Watman does.
Oh, that was a great slide, but yeah, he couldn't catch it, unfortunately. But yeah, how much damage will Roy have now? Would be the question. Can he?
Hopefully not much. I'm sure he'll be hoping to get back to the likes of 4th. But here we go, Koenig on Spaleoric for 2nd in all this. Borna's up to P2, and that's going to be great for Borna, who is going to just want to get through here. And I should add, it is a double Croatian lineup, I believe, at YTF1 at the moment with Bricalo and Spaleoric. But it seems these Croatians are good in the touring cars, but Koenig in a bit of Koenig sandwich, a very German sandwich at the moment.
They were born in it. in
Yeah.
those cars. I think those Croatians, they can really do anything with those.
Well, here comes Ilja on the outside, inside, whatever you want to call that. Oh, Philip Koenig. He's going to have a run into turn one, but Philip's got the inside, which is the defensive line. He's going to have the advantage into this turn, unless Ilja can just chuck it around the outside as he casually do. And it's not going to work out for him unless he gets some sort of major cutback here. And it's Koenig holds third for now, but Bartavas has got a miles worth of breathing space here.
Yeah, he's got a lot more breathing space than you and I got at the moment.
Got a lot more space than Philip Koenig.
Woo!
He's got basically no room to maneuver whatsoever as he tries to defend from Piccolo.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Bartavas can really be a bit safer now on lap time. Those few tenths he can actually now lose on Borna and still get it home. So I'm sure Bart is doing the right thing now, and he's got a lead of nearly 6 seconds. But if I see from 6 onwards, it's a really big battle.
Well, Wicks and Van Raudenberg are close,
You're true.
as are Vidal and Watman. I think Roy is starting to make inroads on catching this lead group.
Roy is leading this train of cars from what was it? 5 to 8.
Yeah, it's a 5 to 8 train that he's leading at the moment, which is quite a late train, but it's the best train I have at the moment. Well, it was 5 to 8 quite a while ago, but yeah, Roy Bazal is, well, it depends on which way you're looking at 5 to 8, early in the morning or late at night, but yeah, Bazal leading this train at the moment. Mind you, Wicks and Van Woudenberg are about to go to serious battle here for P7, and while these two are going to give it all they've got at each other, mind you, Koenig and Mercado are close as well, but nothing appears to be going on in that department anytime soon, so possibly best to keep an eye. Well, not necessarily, because here comes Koenig now. I see nothing which is going on. Now it goes on. Mercado tried to do his best to try and keep Koenig occupied, but he went for Spajarek. Spajarek goes wide through, comes Philip Spajarek round, and into second goes the German.
Oh.
And now Roy Frizell's going to get through as well. Simon Woolman's going to get a top 5.
Oh, and what will Mark Wicks do? He will have the top speed as well. Yes. Mark Wicks as well. Peter van Rodenburg? No. Peter van Rodenburg? Not. No. Interesting.
There's a Reese chasing down Kinsman for 9th as well. This is the potential resurgence of the American here. He's going to try and get past through as well.
Oh yes, it's very interesting. And when the Vries gets it, yes, of course. Of course, he will get
The
it.
Reese throwing the 9th. And, well, there's still not much in it between Bracalo and Koenig, even though they're now fighting for second. Both have also got 8.7 seconds. You can't really look past him for the win now.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, we had the number 2 of. We had 2 number 2s crash out or spin out. So we shall see what will happen.
Now Will Spajarek's under threat from Van
Oh,
Raudenberg
and
now.
Paulo Rodriguez and Matthias Wattman crashed. Because
Yeah, that is at the back though. We have a very pressing battle for P6 on now with Wicks and Watman. Simon Watman, not Watman, sorry, Wicks and Spajarek. Spajarek's chasing down Wicks, who's on a very good run in P6 here. But Borna still under threat himself from Van Boudenberg, and Sven de Vries is thinking, oh, I can have a lot of this lot.
We got another yellow in turn 3. No.
Oh, here we go then. Van Boudenberg trying to go on Spajarek.
Nope.
Not going to happen, unfortunately, but Sven de Vries is close. And from here, Menno, Sven de Vries has a serious chance, doesn't he? Because we know how quick he is. He
Yeah.
can get past this lap traffic. He has a chance to at least try and close in on Bartavas.
Well, yeah. If Sven de Vries can go to a podium, then he can take all my money, and a podium will be too far, but maybe a top 5. That's
Well,
still possible.
I think we'll best not hold you to that one, Menno, in case he does finish third.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it would be the first time he would surprise me with something I don't see possible.
then again, he's in a lot of cars in roughly the same positions. If he can get enough positions, he can help. But battling is not an easy thing to do, even if you are Sven de Vries. And he'll be hoping that he can get it, but he won't necessarily be thinking about it.
Yeah, he's now looking at Peter van Rodenburg. Yeah, but the cars are more or less the same, so you need to do something really strange on exits or entry.
Now the gap between Bracalo and Koenig now has gone right up. There's now at least a second between them. Maybe
Yes.
Felix given up for now. Maybe wait until the end of the race.
Yeah.
Bartos was just stalling up ahead, as we know. But
And we're still on board with Sven de Vries. Now you can see all those cars in front of him, the 6 cars in front of him. So there's still chance for Sven de Vries. But I think the best chance for him to overtake Wardenberg is for Wardenberg if he's going to attack
here we go, Vandenberg.
Borna.
Speaking of Vandenberg, he's going for Spajaric. He wants to go here. Sven knows
Yes.
he can't
And
get through
Sven
now.
will
He's
wait.
going to
Sven will
There is
wait.
battle contact between the two, Spajaric and Van Rood. Now Vandenberg
Yes.
round, and Sven gets past both of them.
That's what I saw coming. I thought the only chance for Sven de Vries to pass Borna and
bit of argy-bargy between Kinsman and Spajaric, but Chris Kinsman edges through there in the 44 Samtec car. He is through to Wraith and Boyer being chasing him, but Sven is getting 2 positions and 1 goal. Next on the list for him is Mark Wicks.
yeah, but that's what I thought he would do. The 2 people in front of Sven would go into a battle. He just breaks earlier because they see, oh, they're going to make each other really stupid at the braking zone. He did that. He just made sure he's on the power early, and he could, get them both. So Sven de Vries now in P7, with Peter van Bouwenberg now in P11, and Borna in P9.
Yeah, Spajaric 9th, Kinsman 8th, De Vries 7th. That is the order going upwards. DeVos still storming away with his point result, though. A very impressive 4th.
Yeah.
Although yes, he's had a bit of an excursion. He had an excursion before. He's had another excursion. He's spun again now, and he's spun Watman into 4th now. This has not been Brazil's race by any means of the imagination. I think he'll be starting to get a little bit annoyed with himself now. Niels Voss is going to have a little run here. Voss though off, and Woudenberg is going to have a crack at P9. He's got a big straight line advantage ahead though. Bajaric chasing down Kinsman, but it's not going to work. Van Woudenberg has to go to the outside. Brazil doing a good defensive line there and holds it nicely, does Roy. If it's any further damage, but he'll be annoyed he's down in 9th.
And I find it very interesting. Mark Wicks 9 P5 with our good friend Simon Rotman again in P4. And then in the beginning of the race you don't see Simon Rotman, but upcoming into the race he just does his thing, and every other guy is doing stupid things, or crashing out, or getting crashed out, or spinning off, and Simon Rotman says, well, I'm just doing my thing. Or
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Simon Watman, maybe not be the quickest driver in the grid, but he's definitely a racer as Watman. He's got the credentials when it comes to racing. He can keep it consistent, he can keep it keen, he takes advantage of people's mistakes. He's a lot like me in that regard, actually.
Yeah.
And he is up there because he deserves to be.
If you are not the fastest around, be the smartest around. So find a way to be smart. And if this is that you are not the fastest over 1 lap or in a few laps, but very consistently, that's part of smartness in driving. So if you say, I'm just driving my limit, I will just make sure I will not make any mistake, and I can gain the best result out of that. That's the way I should drive, and that's how I think Simon Watman is driving.
Yeah, Watman's just running his own race, that's the thing, and as I say, he's not necessarily worried about fast lap times, just worried about taking the race as it comes. He knows pace will come to him if it all goes his way. Mark Wicks having a bit of a lunge there, but it's not going to work. Watman holds the line perfectly. De Vries has caught up but had a bit of a shimmy, and that's the thing about Sven, he just doesn't seem at ease in these BMWs, even though he's quick.
Yeah, he's at ease, but I think it's something wrong with Sven's feeling right now. But yeah, he got goal, so we shall see.
That's the thing, he seems to be in this race at least the exact opposite of Simon Watman. He seems to be able to have the speed, but he seems to have problems in the race.
Yeah, it might be something with damage. Oh, we had a mistake from Simon.
Not necessarily, he went wide, but Wicks not able to get through, not enough room at the end. Here comes Sven now. and this is going to help Simon because he'll be busy battling Mark Wicks and not battling him.
Yeah, but it was very smart from Simon. He closed the door as far as he could, so Mark Wicks couldn't get alongside him, and that made him still have before.
Yeah, De Vries in turn not really able to go anywhere, and I'll tell you this, Matthias Watman just getting straight out of the way here. Very good back markership from Watman's teammates.
And
must be looking on in envy at Rob Simon in P4, thinking I should be up there. But Matthias has been solid. He's been around the back, but he's made it to the end of every race so far.
Yeah, true. And I believe Peter van Marburg overtook Roy Verzal. So we've got 17 drivers with Matthias Watman 17, Paulo Rodriguez 16th, Adam Oscar 15, Brad Metcalf 14th, Eric Stafford doing pretty well in P13. Can yield this.
Oh, here he goes, Sven! No, he's not going to go for it. He's going to think better of it. He's not going to go for Mark Wicks this time around. He's going to try and get the cutback, but Wicks goes the same line, so it's not going to work out for him. Got battles on for P7 and P8 though with Kinsman and Spioric. Matthias Watman getting out of the way again, and then they of course got Verzal van Woudenberg.
Yeah, true. News first was 11th with Roy Verzal P10th, Peter van Marburg still P9th, Borna P8, Christian P7. And what is P6? And the top 5 is Wicks, Watman, Koenig, Ilya, Brecalo, and Bartafos still leading.
Well, I'll tell you this, if Sven de Vries' chance is going to have to happen, it's going to have to happen soon, because there is only a couple of laps left. We are on lap 12 of about 14. In fact, I know it's 14. It says there it's 14. 12 and 14, and de Vries trying to chase down Wicks, tries to go down the inside. There's not really enough room here for Sven, but he's going to try anyway. Mark Wicks has the inside. He tried to give it a bit of welly, but Mark Wicks was there. He knew he was there, and the space wasn't there for Sven to go, and he ends up staying in 6th. So he is still there, and he's not making any progress. Simon Watman still holding his 4th. It must be the dream that Wicks has not been overtaken yet, because Watman was no pace-wise. He's not been on de Vries' pace. But this is where he excels, staying ahead of battles, keeping battles like this under control, and when other people aren't overtaken, he is just a present force as Simon Watman. Although Sven de Vries knows that now is his time to go on Wicks, and he's not going to go for it yet, but he's going to line something up. Wicks goes for Watman, and that, it almost impeded de Vries, but it doesn't. Through goes Sven on the cutback, and now Simon Watman's in trouble.
Is he? You would say
well,
so.
if Sven de Vries doesn't make a mistake, he's in trouble.
But whatever happened, I think Watman will still get 2 top 5s. So oh, and I see. Oh, we've got a crash! Kinsman crashed!
Oh yeah, Kinsman had a bit of a do there. Let's see what happened there. Chris Kinsman, final corner, just got. Oh, he just made a squiggliness. Well, oh yeah, he got squiggly. He was always going inside into Spioric. Nothing could be done there, I feel. Just dropped it, and that is enough. And now Sven de Vries right on the back of Simon Watman. Hopefully this will be an interesting battle, but I have the feeling de Vries is going to make this one and done through here. But Simon Watman though doing a very good display of defensive end. This is the first time we've actually had to see Simon Watman defend a place of such high value in this race. We're going to see how he defends now as well.
Yeah, true. But I think this is one lap after, so we shall see if he can hold on.
Oh, squeezes it, does de Vries, just trying to get around there. Watman has the inside though, that is the crucial line. He has got the right line here, he knows exactly what he's doing. He is going to go around into this chicane section here, and Sven de Vries is not going to be able to do anything because Watman is defending so well, but he's now going to go to the inside, Simon, to stop Sven from going around the inside on the cutback. He's got to move to the inside now, as even though he's not left the door open. He's done a great job. That's the thing, you see. As he said, it's harder to overtake, and Simon Watman, having now had to defend his position, is doing a very good job of it. As we go into the last lap of all things, so Sven is not going to have much time as Bart de Vos. We haven't been paying attention to him, he's been that dominant. But de Vries has now actually dropped back off, maybe didn't get a good exit there. He's dropped back off Watman.
Yeah, but he's still got one chance if he's lucky.
He's got plenty of chances left in this lap, you'd think, but he's not really taken them so far. Watman is actually holding that gap at the moment, so Sven is going to have a hard time with this because we know how good a defensive driver Simon Watman is. Straight through on Rodriguez, who's now a lap down. De Vries goes through as well. Mark Wick's behind as well. We've got a battle up for 7th and 8th between Spolearic and Brazil to keep in mind in all this, in amongst the other things as well. But this is really about whether Sven can get past Simon or whether it's going to be not that so going to happen. And I think with that gap, he's going to have a very tough time of it, to be honest. But round the final hairpin comes Bart de Vos now, or the second and last hairpin. He'll be in the final hairpin now, I believe. Round he comes. It has been a dominant drive from Bart de Vos, all things considered. Has not put a foot wrong in the Belgian. He is going to get a race win after all. Round the final turn, it'll be Bart de Vos going to take the third and final win of the weekend here at the WCS BMW Championship. Ilja Picarlo is going to come on the final hairpin as well. Watman versus De Vries still ongoing. Koenig looks to get third. It's all about defensive driving. Sven De Vries has one more chance. It will be Picarlo from Koenig for the final podium positions. But here we go. Sven going to launch on the inside. He's going to launch on the outside. It's not worked out for him. He's tried, but it's not going to happen for the American. He will take P5 with Simon Walken gets a fourth to complement his second. And what a race from the Swede that was. Mark Wicks gets sixth place in the end. Bonus Bajorek 7th. Roy Brazil 8th. And it'll be Niels Voss probably going to, Mark Wicks 6th somehow to Roy Brazil 7th. And Niels Voss will be 8th. Chris Kinsman 9th. Peter van Boudenberg 10th. Eric Stanford 11th. Yoder should be 12th, Oscar 13th, Metcalf 14th, and then Rodriguez and Spitarik 16th, 17th, and Matthias Wattman rounding out the back in P17. Well, if ever a race was going to happen to round that out, that would be the race, wasn't it?
Yeah, true. This was an awesome race. With now we've got 3 different winners from 3 different teams. Yeah, we have 3 different winners, 3 different teams, 3 different drivers, all of the differences, and great racing from all participants. And yeah, if you could pick a driver of the day, who would it be? That's very interesting, if you ask me. Driver of the day. That might be Philip Koenig, I believe.
Oh, Koenig!
Because he was quite good. He's not a race winner, but I believe he got 2 podiums.
Yeah, well, Koenig had a very good drive. Let's not forget, Philip Koenig's been a solid participant in all these races as well. He's done a great job.
Because actually, I don't see any stand out. Because even from the 3 winners, they made a bit of a mistake. So
yeah. Although you know what. It's going to be blatantly obvious who I'm voting for, but I've got to say Simon Wattman.
Yeah, true.
Just for the sheer brilliance of his defending, how he got the second, and just the shock factor. You know, I would not have expected Wattman to have been that far up in this particular race, but for shocking me, for shocking everyone else, and for providing a brilliant spectacle, he has to be my driver of the day.
Yeah, true.
It's just, I love it when people make comebacks like that and just defy the odds, and that's exactly what Simon Wattman did. As we got people waiting to come into the lobby now, as I'm sure that Sven will be able to sort that out, who is already there. I'll just message him for them to come and join us. And I'm hoping we can get the likes of Wattman in as well, but if we can't, then it's not a disaster. But yeah, going to be an interesting little couple of interviews here as we have our guests in. I think we're going to start with none other than Sven De Vries.
Howdy.
Great to have you with us, Sven. Definitely, with the pole position this race, you looked to have it under control, but then the races just didn't seem to go your way.
Yeah, I had Mark Webber start in race 1. I guess I should have practiced the starts. I was just using the launch control thinking it was a good idea, which turned out it wasn't. After that, I had a great fight with both Bart and Roy lap after lap. Definitely had to give it 200% to be able to keep up with them and fight for those positions. Wanted too much coming out of last turn and spun just in a way where I had to put it in reverse, so lost a lot of time. Other than that, yeah, I had a bit of chaos both races. Some bad luck, some mistakes on my own. So yeah, it wasn't the best race weekend I had, but the pace was there, and I had some awesome battles with people everywhere. And race 3 was awesome, fighting with Mark Wicks and Simon Wattman. Very surprised to see their pace. So happy to see that they're doing well. So yeah, great weekend for me in regards of fun.
Yeah, decent enough race from you. And you had the pace. Let's not forget, you definitely had the pace. You had some good battles. So going forward, that's got to give you confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to the next race. These cars are awesome to battle with. The setup we had on it was very stable, so it allowed us to get very close to each other. So definitely great fun. I can recommend anyone that doesn't have a seat yet and wants to try them out, give them a spin and contact one of the team managers to see if you can score a seat for next round.
Yeah, always looking for people to get involved in WCS, and Lads at lad there, Sven. Thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully your next race goes well as well.
Thank you.
And next to interview, we'll have none other than Philip Koenig.
Yeah, hi.
Great to have you with us, Philip, and some good races from you as well. Some very strong performances. So a good run from you as well. Just sum up how your races went.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm quite satisfied to achieve some podiums. I haven't done that before. Was a little bit lucky during the first and third race because some guys in front of me spun, so otherwise I wouldn't be in top 3. But yeah, second race was obvious. I told it to Sven before the races that I hope this won't happen again to me. It's the odd mistake or somebody lagging into me and send my car flying off the track. I had it in Formula 3 and it was a bit disappointing, but I had good fun, and yeah, I'm very pleased and I'm very happy.
Yeah, we saw a couple of incidents of people lagging into each other throughout the course of the 3 races, but I guess that can't be helped ultimately. But yeah, you were up there with the leaders for parts of those races. That's going to inspire you to do the next couple of races and really, give it the full beans in those.
Yeah, but honestly I was quite surprised to be up there and thought I had the pace, but yeah, I was miles away from Bart. Couldn't catch him anyways, so... But aside from that, I'm quite happy with myself. I think that's okay.
Well, as long as you're happy, then I'm happy. Thank you very much for joining us, Philip, and a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
User was moved.
And now we move on to none other than Niels Voss.
Hello.
Great to have you here. Great to have you here with us, Niels. And you had a very interesting race too, for certain. You were embroiled in the lead battle with Simon Watman, who we'll get to later. And yeah, that was a great race for you, race 2, and a good start to it at least, and you had some very solid results.
Well, I entered this all with the idea from just playing for fun, racing for fun, and I've been there at WCS for a long time, and I was the first one who was really excited to compete again. And yeah, if you know that Sven de Vries is driving behind you, you know that you're kind of yeah, you're driving against yourself at the end. And yeah, every point is a point taken, and yeah, just enjoying the ride.
That's what it's about, ultimately. That's what it is, just enjoying yourselves. And ultimately, sim racing has to be enjoyable for you, and you got it, I feel. And going forward to the next few races, are you looking forward to those as well?
Yeah, I do. I'm not a multi-talent. I do what I can, and yeah, it's just for fun. And I hope I can enjoy the whole season and take as much points as I can.
Yep, and hope you do very well in that conquest, not conquest, but the quest to get more points that share with the show you've shown in race 2, you're more than capable of holding out with the leaders as well. So, there's always that. Thank you very much, Niels, for joining us.
Hey, thank you also.
And now we're going to move on to our 3 race winners, and we're going to start with the winner of race 1, Roy Vajayel. Hello, Roy.
Hello, Joshua. So, that was a quite interesting race. Had a good start. Moved in first place for the first corner already. So that was quite good. And I had a tough race with Sven and Bart behind me, and we were battling all the way to the race. And unfortunately, Sven made the error in the last corner and crashed in the wall. But Bart was still fast and he was catching me all the time and in the slipstream, so that was quite close. And yeah, we had a good battle. Bob was pretty fair, didn't touch me somewhere, and we just had a great race, and I managed to stick on the first place as well. So I'm really happy.
Yeah, and rightfully so. That race 1 win really must have inspired confidence in the next 2 races, and definitely going to put you as one of the favourites if you do come back to the series, because obviously you are standing for Hin's Motorsport. Well, I should know that. He's standing in for me because I'm doing the broadcast. But if you do get a return, either with Hin's or another team, surely you must be considered a favourite for the championship hunt.
Well, favorite for the championship hunt. I think it's between Sven and Bart. They are much. They are much. I think they are much faster and consistent than what I am. So, yeah, I think it's pretty difficult to challenge them, but I will try. Yes.
You were right up there, mate. You can. You're definitely in the mix for a championship. Don't worry.
We will see, Sven.
Oh, Sven is very confident in Roy there, rightfully so. Thank you for joining us, Roy. Pleasure to have you as well.
Yeah, thank you as well for the great broadcast.
Thank you very much indeed. And speaking of Bart, we're going to go to Bart DeVos.
Good evening.
Great to have you here, Bart. And race 3 win for you, which is Storm 2. Must that feel good?
Yeah. It was a nice win, race 3. It was not very eventful, but it was nice to have that win. Especially after race 2, that went not so well. I got caught in a lot of incidents, but I managed to finish P9, which was very important to start on the front row for the 3rd race. And then I knew I just had to make a clean start and stay out of trouble. That was in the back of race 3.
Yeah, and you were there and thereabouts in race 1 as well, and you've pretty much been very consistent for the races as well. So going into the other 9 rounds of this season, will the championship be playing on your mind if you can keep this sort of pace up?
Not now. Now it's just for fun.
Well, not now, of course, but
practice every round, and then we'll see where we get. But of course, it's all about scoring as many points. So I'm gonna try not to make stupid mistakes and just keep it clean, have fun battles like we did in race 1 with Roy and Sven. I hope we can have more of that stuff during the rest of the season.
Yeah, great to hear from you as well, Bart. Thank you very much for joining us. And last but by absolutely no means least, we have Simon Hero Watman, who got a 2nd and a 4th in today's racing action. Simon, you must feel like you're on cloud 9.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect before the start of the race, but then it was a lot of lag.
Yeah, there was a lot of lag in race 2, but you benefited brilliantly from that.
So it was so unlucky for them, but I just tried to drive through them all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes things like this happen, but it's about, as I said on the broadcast, it's about being consistent, just being there in the race.
Yeah, I tried to stay on the road and just...
and just trying to keep it on the road. It's about being consistent in the race, and you seem to have that quality, because 2nd and 4th, the results speak for themselves.
Yeah. I just tried to stay and defend all the cars that were coming from behind.
That's ultimately what it's about, ultimately trying to defend. Sometimes not necessarily going for the offensive. But you had a great battle with Sven de Vries for P4 and P5 there. Well, Sven couldn't get through.
In race 3, it was my heart rate was getting quite high there.
A great display of defensive driving, I must add.
Yeah, thank you.
So going into the couple of next rounds of the season then, Simon, what's your thinking? Because now you know, in scenarios like this, you can stick it to the best of them. How confident are you can get some more good results?
Yeah, I think I will just try to do my best and see where it takes me.
Well, that's a very astute attitude to have, and a very good one, and one that I think will serve you very well. Thank you so much for joining us, Simon. It's been very much a pleasure interviewing you as well, and that does round out our interview section. So, just before we end the broadcast, what's your thoughts on the racing as a whole, Menno?
Yeah, it was, I think, much better than I expected. I think it's very good to see the first 3 races to have 3 different winners, 3 different team winning a race. So that's very interesting for the constructors. A lot of people went on the podium, and they all showed speed. And yeah, we've got Philip on the podium, Simon on the podium. Niels was close to the podium, so that is very good, and that's that means that it's very close, and that's what you're looking at. It doesn't need to be with a lot of gaps, and of course the gaps were there sometimes, but it was very interesting, and I'm sure in 2 weeks' time it will be as interesting as it was today.
I'm sure it will be, and yeah. Well, in 2 weeks' time we'll have the next round of the BMW Championship, and of course in a week's time we'll have Formula 3, the next round of that. So 2 fantastic championships to look forward to. But until the next time, I've been Josh Renderson, and from me and everyone here at WCS, it is a very warm and, well, racing-filled goodbye.
Goodbye.